Welcome to the season finale of the Don't Piss Me Off podcast. If you love Black girl brilliance, unfiltered opinions, and real talk, baby, you know you in the right place. My name is Bryana.
My name is Yuri, and today we are closing the season out with self-care. So rituals, not routines. What habits keep us in our best selves and what we focus on as women. And today we have a special guest for you all. Bryana?
Yes, honey, we have the baddest, Miss Jazz Jackson. She is a entrepreneur and she is the queen of rituals and keeping routine. Hey, Jazz.
Hello. Hey, ladies.
Welcome.
Oh, my God.
We got company.
I know. Thank you for having me. You guys look amazing. And I feel so honored to be at your season finale.
Yes, we're happy to have you. This is like the best.
It's the bestest.
It's the best. It makes sense. Like, I feel like, you know, when we ran into each other at the gym, immediately I was like, this is the person. And the reason why I say that is because you are so inspirational on social media and you are so transparent about what you do ritualistically to take care of yourself. Yeah. And even when we fall off, you always know what to do. You know exactly what steps to take to get yourself back aligned, because we're not always disciplined. We're not always motivated.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things about you is you know what to do and you do it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I will say, when we saw, well, she saw me. I didn't see her because I was blind. I'm blind as a bat.
She can't see shit.
I'm blind and I'm short. So I was like, hello?
Literally. And it was like, oh.
Like right here. I was like, oh yeah, hey girl, yeah. But thank you so much. I mean, I've been, I guess you would say, in this health space for well over a decade now.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't have any like a formal background, you know, I didn't go to school for it, but I've just used my life's work in bettering myself as a woman, as a mother, and using my desire to just show up better in the world to do this work. And I've used my platform to do that, and it's done well. Yeah.
No, I love that. And I think all of us sitting on the couches are adult women that very much focus on our own health and we be in the gym.
Yes.
We be in the gym. And it's for us. Like, I think people think that, oh, like we do it for others or like, so it's the appearance, but it very much makes you feel better. It gives you that extra confidence when you put your clothes on, but it's also to make your life longer, to make you healthier for your family. You as a mother, I'm sure, so you can live longer for your child.
And you know, honestly, I was having a conversation this morning. And we were talking about how as Black women, we are really coming to the forefront of taking care of ourselves in a way that we weren't represented in that way before.
Never. We were never Jane Fonda.
We were never, right? And we had like twos and fews throughout, but the way that we are like taking control of our health and very particular about it, that we can have conversations about macros and you know, sleeping properly, and whether it's yoga or heavy lifting, like we're in it, and I'm very proud of us for that.
I love that. And I tell everybody all the damn time when they be asking me why I'm up in there, bitch, I'm fucking vain. I do it for vanity. I'm not going to lie. I think vanity is like the added benefit to taking care of yourself. Like, bitch, I want to look fucking good. I want to be as fine as fuck, as long as fuck.
But
like,
I'm going to take it one step further, because what we don't talk about, look, I want to look good naked.
Yeah.
Look,
always.
when you bend me over, I want to
That's always the goal.
Okay.
I may love a suit, but I love a swimsuit. I want to wear the strings. So
exactly.
And I want to have no worries when I put them on, and that makes me comfortable.
So let me ask you this. So do you feel like are you comfortable? Because I have a little cellulite. I'm very curvy, you know, and it's like, even no matter how much I work out, there is a part of me that's going to have a little bit of something. But I still wear my string bikinis. I don't care.
I will make sure you bring it if we go. Absolutely,
She's
always.
Yes. Summertime shy.
I would have to buy a full back bikini because I don't own one no more. Listen,
girl, and mine's eat it up anyway, girl. So it turned to a thong. It turned to a thong.
It was always a string. But before we go in too deep, I got to know, and I know you've seen the show before, so we just gonna jump right into it. Maybe we should start with Jazz. Jazz, what pissed you off this week?
You know,
we have to initiate you the right way.
honestly, in the nature of this topic, what pissed me off this week was Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Oh,
Child.
Y'all asked me.
No,
but y'all asked me.
Go ahead.
But in the nature of this topic, because it's less about her, but more about when we give people platforms and they take advantage of it in this way, especially for such a important topic like mental health. We have to be mindful of who we are passing the torch to.
Absolutely.
And I think that this conversation is less about the person and more about who are we looking at to be at the forefront of this. And, you know, whether you're beautiful, obviously gorgeous.
Yeah.
But there are so many professionals that do this work and are behind the scenes. And I just want to see more of them getting the same opportunities.
Absolutely.
Because they're really at the forefront of doing this life's work. Yeah.
No, and that's not even what pissed me off this week, but what you said is so important, because the other day I was having a conversation with somebody, they were talking about how like grown adults are getting like medical advice from social media platforms.
Yes.
Without any background checks, credentials. So you are very right that people need to be mindful of the source, because just because they have a microphone and millions of followers, this does not necessarily mean it comes accredited.
And that's crazy as fuck, opening up your phone instead of going to go talk to the real lady.
Well, that's where we at right now.
I think that's insane. Because I love my therapist down, honey. I know this bitch be excited when my appointments come up.
No, but I be excited for my appointments. I be like, oh, I can't wait to talk to her.
Yeah. And I know she feel the same way. Like, what's she coming with this week, child? I think she think I'm fucking nuts.
We all got a little something. We all got a little something.
And that's okay.
Yuri, what pissed you off this week?
Oh, we gonna keep mine on brand. In the gym, when I'm working out, I'm lifting my heavy loads, and somebody want to come tap on my shoulder to give me advice on my form. I'll be like, I've been lifting since I was in college playing.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious?
Now, man or woman, though?
It's always the man. It's always the man. And like, I have my AirPods in so that I don't hear you. So the minute I have to take them out, now you interrupting. Like, huh? Now I don't speak English.
That's so annoying.
It's just very annoying. Like,
Yeah, the ghetto.
please.
But also, why the fuck you talking to me?
Yeah, and then now I gotta be rude every time, because if I get too nice, then you're gonna think you could talk to me every time.
Yes.
I get in and I get out. I have sets and I time them. Okay.
And also, the universal don't talk to me sign language in the gym is earphones or headphones.
Absolutely.
Unless you think I'm finna hurt myself for real, or if you know.
They don't think that.
Yeah, they don't think that at all.
They don't.
Ain't no way you think
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I feel like they just take any and every opportunity to talk to you.
If you look their way,
Yeah. Yes. Here's my sign. Now, there are some cuties in the gym. I do be kind of.
And the one we go to?
Yeah.
What we seeing?
You good girl.
it's
No,
different hours.
because we go to a small gym, so let me be quiet.
It is very small. It is very
They
small.
gonna know.
And I prefer the morning group. I've gone in the evening. I'm like, the evening group is not my group.
Yeah,
The morning
I'm a
group,
morning
morning
girl.
group, it is one or two to look at.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
Besides me and you, because we definitely the one and the two.
You the one and the two.
We looking at each other like,
Right.
I see that back. I'm dead. But round it out. What pissed you off this week?
Whew. Man, as we're talking about rituals, not routines, burnout has really pissed me off this week. And I'm typically really good at managing productivity. However, in certain seasons, your plate is just full.
It happens.
And then also, it's what you asked for. So it's one of those things where I'm not upset by it. A bitch is just tired.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you know what I
just gotta
mean?
reset.
But this is exactly what I prayed for. So I think the balance in that is still making sure I take care of myself first at the top of the day, which is, you know, my time in the morning, the process of me eating properly to fuel my day, and then going into the gym and then opening up the work phone, right? But I think, you know, burnout pissed me off this week, if I'm being super transparent about the week that I've had. But I'm extremely grateful for the productivity and the opportunities that are arriving right now. But a bitch need a day or two.
yeah.
Yeah, like
need
to
a
just shut the
vacation.
fuck up.
True.
Like it could be a staycation. I just want to shut the fuck
anything.
up. I don't want to answer nothing. I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about nothing. Like I just need,
You need
a
that
solid 48 to 72 of just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's dig in some more. So what does self-care look like on a day-to-day basis? Because the point of this episode is really to give, you know, our listeners an idea of what they can do to have rituals that, you know, help them in their day to day, you know, especially somebody like you who is actually like professional and like that has become part of your daily journey and daily business. You know, what could you recommend to women to begin that self-care?
Absolutely. Yeah. Honestly, there needs to be an importance on being regimented. And honestly, it starts the night before, because you're setting the playbook for the next day. So that looks like, you know, and it sounds cliche, but getting to bed at a certain time, actually turning off the phone, or, you know, just trying to, you know, pull away from the phone. You know, you talked about burnout, like that, just always being on the phone, someone always being available to speak to you. Like, you have to know when to say, I'm not going to allow that. Right. So for me, my morning starts around like 5 a.m.
Okay.
And that's been my mainstay for many years. I start with taking liquid vitamins in the morning, vitamin D. I also love taking warm water with lemon and a little bit of first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and that helps, right? Quiet. Some time for quiet, you know. I know that can't be for all women, but whatever that might mean to you, maybe you're in the shower and that's your time, but time to just really ground yourself, set the play for the day, and then immediately after that, I'm at the gym.
Yep.
Now for me, the gym is like it's like religion. You know, it's what I do to keep myself grounded. Having come from a background of going through a couple of bouts of depression throughout my lifetime, that was really what set the stage for me to want to live a healthier lifestyle, because the foods that we eat, that impacts depression.
Absolutely.
And that was a big thing for me. So cleaning up my diet that way. But also, you know, they say an idle mind is the devil's playground. So keeping myself busy. You know, and that really shifted the trajectory of my life.
I love that for you. And, you know, I've known you for a couple of years now, but what I really, really like about your journey through fitness is that you are always so honest. You share the good and the bad. You share, of course, in time when you're ready, about your lows.
Yes.
And I think that's what, for me, is so engaging and inspiring about you, is that there is no shame in when things don't look like a highlight online.
Yeah.
And you have been really, really great at making sure that you produce something that is not just visible and engaging, but it's authentic to you in your real life journey and where you're at in that moment. And then I think so many people always resonate. I know I do. So
yeah.
I really like that you continue to be like, hey, today was a great day and this is, you know, how it started. Or today was a terrible day, but this is the routine I stuck with even though I didn't want to.
Yeah, that I'm happy you said that, because this season was probably the most difficult season of my life. So 2025 was extremely difficult for me. I took a huge mental blow. So at the top of the year, my youngest brother died unexpectedly.
Oh,
and
sorry.
Thank you. He was 27, and he unexpectedly passed away. And so obviously, like I am, you know, I pride myself on being able to just power through, right? Like, I'm often in very high stress environments, and, you know, running a business, being at the forefront of social media and things like that. Like, there's a level of stress that's always with you.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But what I wasn't prepared for, and what really rocked me, was grief. Grief does something to you.
Yeah.
It's a different beast, you know, and that really broke me down. Mm-hmm. There was no amount of ritual. Mm-hmm. There was no amount of get up and go. Like grief is a different beast, you know. And I spent many seasons in shame because I didn't know how to power through that. And and to your point, people look to me. Oh, Jazz, you know what? Jazz, I know you're gonna get up and do it. Bitch.
Not today.
Who said that?
Not today, not tomorrow.
My God, there were days that I just, being able to get out of bed, being able to take a shower was a big power play for me, So what I've learned in this season is that, there are some moments in life where you just don't have it.
Yeah.
And I think that,
and that's okay.
And that's okay, because sometimes we are just faced with challenges that are out of our control, and there's no amount of right or wrong or here is how you get back to it. No, sometimes it's like life is just like you just need to sit down and let it pass. Yep. And so now I'm in that let it pass season, and I'm getting back, but it's been a struggle.
Yeah. And I think it's great that you can recognize it too. If the moment you can recognize and say, I'm not okay, or this is taking over me in a way that I am either too familiar with, right? Because sometimes we have these ebbs and flows and we get familiar with when that season is here, or where it's like, I don't even understand this and I need to sit with me.
Yeah.
Fuck the routine, fuck the ritual. I need to just sit with me right now. And also not look to Instagram for help.
Okay. Honestly,
with people with no licenses, but really, having the resources to lean in somewhere and say, I'm not okay. So I respect you. I admire you. I did not know that you had a passing.
Well, I'm true to my Capricorn nature. Y'all would never know what we going through.
Hello. Earth signs. Hello. I'm a Virgo, so I get it.
Like we'll be going through hell and nobody will know. But, I think that for me, that's cool, but, in my work as well, I did say that once I step back forward, I do want to be honest about the fact that, this one was the one.
Yeah, it took you.
And sometimes, like you said, like I wasn't on social media, I wasn't talking about it, but I'm thankful for the village that I did have. It really showed, and this goes back to, rituals of just like, who do you have around you in these moments? And I was able to see that I had some wonderful friends that really like sat in the fold with me, prayed with me, my therapist, people were just really with me in a way that I had never seen.
Yeah.
And I needed to see that because I'm so used to doing things alone. I was like, well, I'm really not in this life alone.
Yeah. And people care about you. We're not meant to go through this life alone. I've said this before on the show. We are absolutely not meant to go through life alone. And I think when you don't look like what you're going through, there's this assumption that, the maintenance or the way that you maintain, there's always an assumption about your presence because of that, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
But I think the beauty and the blessing of knowing and being grounded and knowing that you serve a higher power and a higher purpose is that you always continue to show up when the time is right and you show up as you are supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think a lot of what you said, that self-care also includes not like your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. So sometimes if you are lacking in your physical health, sometimes the spiritual has to overcompensate. Sometimes the mental has to overcompensate. But as you're keeping those rituals consistent, at least you have something else to pull on. Like you weren't alone. You kept your relationships healthy, and that was all part of your self-care, especially as women.
Yes.
Yeah. That is extremely important to be mindful of that, because you have to give yourself grace to fall off, because sometimes we do, and we need help to get back up. But
I needed help today. My coochie was so hairy, child. I ain't gonna even lie. I had to, once again, remember I told y'all that I was in the shits. So I had to cancel appointments because there was no time for the maintenance.
Hey.
So what do you do? Like, did you take care of it yourself?
Baby, hell no. Because I ain't gonna fuck up that ritual.
Wait, hold on.
She had the Cherokee Forest inside.
Baby, I had to get this wig snatched back down there.
Listen, I've talked to my wax lady, and she does it herself. And I'm like, girl, how can you sit there and do that?
Who's gonna count to 3? I'm not doing it.
It's self-sabotage.
So
Snatching your own. I tried it during the pandemic.
Girl, bye.
I tried it during the pandemic and never did it again. I still got the whole brand new kit.
No.
Brand new beads, all of that. Never did it again. But that's the truth though, right? Because
I want to do laser. Do you want laser?
I do. I love it.
Okay, are you done with the sessions, or are you still like?
I did like around a 4, and then I did like an extra 3, and now like really nothing gross.
See, I need to do the laser.
And I wear too many bathing suits.
You know, well, for me personally, on melanated, especially darker melanated skin, they have to have a certain type of machine. So you can't just go in somewhere just because they do laser. You got to kind of know a little bit of the information so that you can ask about what equipment they're using.
Okay.
But maybe
Let me see it.
Look at, maybe we should go.
Hey,
Maybe we should go together, child. We finna be in there. Y'all take care of this.
I'm like, they good.
Y'all do this.
Exactly.
But we're back. We're back and bald headed now, so we're good, honey.
Snatch that whole
It's
wig
a nice
off.
hot weekend. I'm finna act a fucking fool. Monkey on the stick. Monkey on the stick. I don't know.
Some women can go around and have a bush. I cannot.
No.
I need to be
Gone.
like, bald headed.
No hair, nowhere.
I had to skip a week. I didn't like it, but I had to do it. It was, listen, I didn't have the capacity. The best I could do was clean that motherfucker. The best I could do was clean it.
And I have too much thigh. Like I will start a forest fire. Okay, I got too much going on down there.
They say, what's
it
this
has
friction?
to be clean. Okay?
Yeah, no. I ain't got nowhere to go, and I'm still be like, we got to clean this up. No,
I'm telling you,
Little
I don't
straggles.
like it, but it's the truth. We all done been there, child. I said, you know what? Today is the day. You shall no longer.
Okay.
And it's not as terrible as I'm saying. I'm exaggerating, but still, I don't give a fuck.
Well, no, you have your limit. It's like
you have your limit.
This is too much down here. I need to clean this up.
Now, what do you think about people who feel like, oh, they need more time in the day? As someone who starts their day at 5 a.m., I feel like we hear the excuse a lot from both men and women, like there's just not enough time in a day. Sometimes that can be true when we are thinking about capacity, because sometimes it's just how much capacity we can take in a day, right?
Yeah.
But for those who complain, those who do not make different choices, try to create schedule, try to create routine, what do you think about that statement? There's just not enough time in the day.
It's not true. You know, I feel like unless you are like a nurse, like night nurses, I hear like their shifts are really interesting. But if you just have to make a choice. Rather if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. And there's too many options, especially today. You know, you don't have to go into the gym today. There's YouTube. You got your phone right there.
Literally.
I had a nice little app I was using.
And especially like going back to the pandemic, we were making no way out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
I saw people put like
sprints
grabbing
in my driveway.
Yeah, and grabbing jug.
Bitches was holding their babies and squatting.
And
For
squatting
real.
and making it happen because it was a priority for them. You know?
Absolutely.
So while I understand that maybe like, cause like for me, I'm in the gym like an hour 45, right? Cause I'm doing an hour of training, 45 minutes of cardio. That's 6 days a week. That's not realistic for a lot of people, right? But that's a part of my lifestyle, right? But an hour, 45 minutes to an hour,
30 minimum.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
I always
you
say
have
do
that.
something.
Yeah. You have that.
I agree though. I always tell people like you have to choose your hard. Like
Yes.
you always like something's gonna be hard. What is it? Like, you know, I'll use an example like the woman that complains about being overweight and not liking how they look and it's affecting their self-esteem.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's your hard. You don't feel confident in yourself and it's affecting your mood. Pick another hard. Then let your hard be 5 a.m. till it becomes more comfortable, you know? Like you just have to choose your hard. And once you get in your routine, like I'm also a 5 a.m. gym girly. And I know that for me, I need to do the gym before I start my day because there's so many things that could distract me from it. And it now has set the tone and it's become like medicine to me.
Absolutely.
If I don't do it, I feel weird that I didn't go. You know,
Guilt.
Do
you feel guilt?
Yeah.
I don't feel guilt per se.
guilt.
I do.
But I don't feel like I'm myself.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like, something's like I didn't eat today. Like that's how it just feels like.
Yeah.
I could go a couple days like where it's like, okay, not that bad. But like I took a week off and I'm like, okay, Tuesday, we back in there. Even if it's 20 minutes, even if I'm like, I'm gonna go in there, put a little work in, let me get a little soreness for the week. Feel like I did something. But it's just part of who I am now. I feel weird not doing it to some consistent level.
Absolutely. And you know, because look, I'm 2 doors from 40, okay? So it seems to be harder to keep the
Anything.
the girl.
Anything. Just say
So
anything.
baby, I am fighting for my life.
It only
Okay?
gets harder. It gets harder.
I'm fighting for my look. I look in the mirror and I'm like, Tiny is my mom. I'm like, Tiny, is that you, girl?
What you trying to peek through?
Okay.
What you trying to peek through?
Listen.
And I think when you have routines too, it's hard not to feel guilty when you are off track, even if it's just for a day. Like for me, you mentioned like, oh, if I don't go to the gym, I feel guilty. Now, I feel guilty if it was a choice, but if it was just a scheduling conflict, I don't feel as guilty, but then I double down on something else. That means I'm going to stick to my macros today. That means I'm going to stick to whatever else in my traditional day, because that one little thing kind of does throw you off.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And it starts a snowball effect. It's like the moment that you start allowing for the shift to happen. It's like, you know, it's one drink, and then it's like, oh well, you know, I did now it's 2 drinks. You know what I mean?
Girl, I know that very well.
Listen,
But that's like treat yourself culture. Like, how do you feel about like I deserve it, I'm gonna treat myself versus like discipline? Because treat yourself could definitely
Everybody
be
got
like
a different treatment now.
So here's the thing with that. If you are 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight, don't talk to me about no treating yourself. You done did all the treats.
Stop drinking the sodas.
You done had
Put
all
it
the
down.
treats.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why we here.
Yes.
So, you know, do your work, get your work done, and then once you've built the momentum and you've seen the
Metabolism's up, yeah,
exactly,
all that.
right? And now you can, because you've built you have a health bank that you can pull from. Going
I like that.
Yeah, going back
Health
to
bank.
right.
going back to what you were saying earlier of just like feeling guilty. You won't feel as guilty because you've done the work. But you know, back in the day, it went from a cheat day. They used to say a cheat day. Oh, have a cheat day. Well, honey, that's 3,000-4,000 calories.
Listen,
Like,
you made up for the whole
you
week.
know,
You've been
and now you
engorging.
done messed up everything. You know what I mean?
Everything.
So I'm very much so like, until I'm very close to looking how I want to look. There is no snacks.
100%.
yeah.
I'm there right now. I stopped drinking for 39 days.
And that's difficult for
Because
like,
it's my
with the-
industry,
Life
right?
change.
I stopped drinking for 39 days. Once I got committed and back with my trainer, I was like, listen, I need to see every bit, every dollar,
Yeah.
every pound, every piece of sweat. And
you look good.
And thank you.
You look good.
And while I've always taken care of myself, though, you hit it earlier. It was how I was feeling because of what I was consuming, the inflammation from the foods that you love. Even if you're not eating terrible, when you pull everything out, and then the things that aren't even so bad, you realize, oh, my body actually doesn't respond well to this. Even though this might not even be a bad snack or a bad meal or a bad whatever, you realize once you pull everything out and you try that thing, and you like, oh,
your body be like,
I don't feel good. This don't make me feel good. But when you're so inflamed, everything feels like whatever. So it's just like, oh, this is just the way I be feeling every day. And
Exactly.
that is totally not true.
Correct.
But don't you notice how if you do introduce it back, it really feels like poison.
It does.
It does something to you. Like even when I was going on my downward spiral child last year, right? I was seeing I could. There comes a point where you're so self-aware, right? And so I could tell that I was reintroducing like poor foods back into my diet,
feel it.
and trying to stop it. But you know, certain foods it's like a coping mechanism. You know what I mean? Like some people have their vices. You know, they drink. Rest in peace to my grandmother, but she was a shopper. She was like addicted to shopping. You know, some people are addicted to certain substances, right? But then there's food, and people don't really look at food like an addiction, but it very much is. Yeah. And that has always been my plight. It's been when things are really going awry, because I don't reach out, to people and say like, can you help me? My way of soothing was food.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to these cookies, bitch.
I'm
We're gonna be all right.
exactly right. And but then the cycle is like, so I'm sitting
and
out,
these preservatives out here, the FDA don't care.
They do not,
They do not care about us.
They do not. And in fact, not only do I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Not only do they not care, but it's by design.
Oh,
We
yes.
want to keep you
sick so
drugged
we
up.
could fund that healthcare system.
They're adding the
Capitalism at its
chemicals
finest.
that causes addiction.
Yes.
They're adding the chemicals that
It's
set
ridiculous.
off the oxytocin
It's
that get you excited, that make you overindulge, and that make you
And they keep
go
them
back
right there.
again, even after overindulging. So I love that you
As I
said
take
that,
a drink,
'cause
excuse me.
Hey,
pick your poison.
that's
today.
the treat. That's the treat. We ain't spoiling.
It truly is.
within reason, you can have that.
Do you think people have routines or just moments of motivation, especially online? Especially online. Is it truly routine, or is it just a moment of motivation?
I think a lot of it is motivation. I think that what social media has done is it's made everything cool, right? but we're doing things for the purpose of showing. Like working out is popular. Working out is like it shows that you have, you know, it shows that you have structure when you really don't. You know what I mean? So it's like the how they say, like, you know, women or men, you know, they'll spritz some water on them and then they'll go take a selfie. You know what I mean? Right?
Bitch, I can't even breathe in the gym.
I be recording in the gym and they'll do like 2 sets and then switch to the next one. I'm like, bitch, I'm over here sweating.
Baby, I'm too busy complaining, cussing my trainer out, let alone whip out a phone, bitch.
Yeah.
I can't.
Please.
But that's been my plight as someone that that uses social media to show workouts. You know, it's about what goes viral, right?
Yep.
On social media. But what changes the body in the gym is the most boring, most mundane,
the most ugly face, same thing every day.
And that's what, like, I do the same 4 workouts, you know, for back, for glutes, for quads, for arms. Like, it's always the same thing. The only thing that I'm changing is the weight.
The weight.
And then what I'm eating at home. But, you know, so yeah, it definitely is like a vanity metric.
Yeah.
And
I really hate that.
I feel like you have to maintain the discipline no matter the motivation. Because there's some days you wake up, I am not motivated, but I'm going to get up anyway because I'm going to keep doing it till my motivation comes back. Because it might be the time of the month. It might be a bad day. It might be I am just tired. But I know I have to get in there and remain disciplined past some of that motivation, because sometimes the motivation ain't going to be there.
Well, I'm rarely ever motivated. No. I'm not motivated to work out. I don't want to go and be sore. Like, I'm not motivated to do that. I like the
sore feeling. I don't know. I feel like it's working.
Yeah, but what
Especially
I'm
when
saying
it's
is
in my
that,
ears.
you know,
but you can't sit down. You be like,
just swinging.
It is just a part of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man,
that's a real thing. How do you balance, you know, the maintenance versus the recovery, especially in the gym? Like, how do you balance wellness? Is it you understanding the phases because you have been in the space for so many years? But for people who are new into the space, because even for me, you know, I grew up an athlete. I've always pretty much stayed fit, except for that one time I got fat. I was depressed. It was COVID.
Yeah.
But
why you bringing bullshit?
Right.
Why you bringing bullshit? But not today.
The maintenance versus the recovery, I feel like it's such a challenge for me in my mind, because I am a person that gets motivated by results. I'm very results driven. So even if I'm not feeling exactly disciplined, which is, you know, most people are like, no, I'm disciplined, I'm on routine, but I really don't feel like doing this, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm one of them person that's like, bitch, I'm starting to see a little track. Let me get my ass up. But then trying to balance recovery, because you get addicted to good results too. So what advice would you have for someone who's, you know, trying to figure out that space of, you know, hey, you can be on routine and you can be in maintenance, but you still got to recover. You still got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to know that it's all a part of it, right? Like, for me right now, well, I mean, hell, I gained about 40 pounds within the last year.
You look good.
Thank you.
Always do.
Well, because you know where it goes, girl. It goes straight to the back.
I'm looking right at you.
Oh my God.
Let me borrow some.
I can see it from the front.
I was literally just saying, I was like, Lord, I wish I had some height on me, because I look like a little teapot girl, short style. All right. Oh my God. If I was about like 5'7", you can tell me nothing.
Period.
But it is just the process. You know, I've had to go through this a couple of times. It's probably my 3rd time losing a significant amount of weight, right? But you just have to know, like, it didn't take me 3 months to gain 40 pounds. It took about the course of a year, you know? So it's going to take about that, maybe a little bit less, but it's going to take about that time. But you do use those metrics of like, okay, wait a minute now. Okay, I'm so now, because these jeans, I was like, girl, you got in these. Look, y'all, I was looking at these jeans today, and I was like, yo, big ass.
We gonna try.
Let's see. And I showed
Let me go ahead.
Like, okay, so that's a motivator for me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let me keep going.
Yeah.
In terms of recovery, like, I do think that there's an element of it where you just have to know, like, this, some part of you is always going to be sore. That just is what it is, especially if you're pushing yourself the right way. But just have your rituals, like, once you're done. I see that a lot of people like to like use Epsom salt once they're done, like take a nice hot bath, you know, things like that, just to keep you on track.
Yeah, I like that. I ain't got no bath. I only got a stand-up shower. That's probably why I be hurting even more,
I need to take more baths.
I love a bath.
Really?
Like, I cannot wait to have like this. I want this like the 1950s. I always forget the name of it.
The soak tub?
Yes, the soaking tub. Oh my gosh, I love the curled up feet on the legs on it. Oh, what a separate shower, but the shower has a bench in it. Like,
I don't take a bath because I ain't got no man, girl. We want to have a, I be having a little, little fantasy.
You have a whole
man.
Like, girl, am I supposed to?
You ain't going there to bathe.
That's crazy.
I'm looking at that.
I don't think I'm supposed to bathe alone. I'm gonna just get in the shower.
Yeah.
Somebody supposed to be in here
With me.
scratching my back
Wash my back.
or something.
That sponge gonna get lost. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What happened to the soap?
What sponge? I dropped it.
Okay.
It's somewhere. Beneath the bubbles.
That's it.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a baseline, or do you feel like you're always reacting?
What do you mean?
Just in general, do you feel like, there is a moment where you're like, I am copacetic?
Of my goal?
Yeah,
Just
mind, spirit, physical. Like, this is my neutral.
Yeah.
Or are you always trying to fight for, like, we're going to pass this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm good right here.
No, I'm never satisfied.
Yeah.
And that has been a challenge for me. I have, I'm glad that was a good question, because like there is this part of it, right? Because, like, I could tell you how to lose weight, no problem. I could tell you what to eat, the impact that you're supposed to be having, and I'm used to doing that. I'm used to the constant.
You know the formula.
But where I have struggled is that, okay, when I get to the point, how do I coast off that ramp?
Yeah.
And keep it there. That has been, if I'm being transparent, that has been my challenge, because my mind is so used to the intensity of it. I don't know anything else. And so now I'm like, I said, okay, well, this next time, because I am going to get the weight off. I don't have a problem with that. But this next time, my work is in maintaining it. And yeah, just keeping the consistency of the maintenance portion of it, because that is like a big part of the journey.
Yeah.
What's the point of doing all of this if you're just gonna, psychologically, psych yourself out and start all over
It's
again?
sabotage.
Yeah.
It is definitely self-sabotage. And I feel like, we think we're in maintenance, but then, like you said earlier, that one thing turns into two things.
Yes.
That two thing turns into three things. Oh, I got a little more in my bank. I can afford to do just one more. And before you know it, you are over maintenance in general, whether it be in your calories, whether it be in how much you're taking on, whether it be on how much you're stepping back. I think that, it's important to give ourselves grace. But as we are in the maintenance space, I think having a ritual always brings us back to the why.
Yes.
And it centers us again.
Yeah.
I want to play a game.
Ooh, I like games.
Yeah. Because you hit a lot of stuff that we have fun with. So I'm just curious. We're going to throw some real life scenarios at you.
Okay.
And you're going to
Here we
answer
go.
these quickly.
Oh, quickly. Okay.
It's like a
If
yes
it's a
or
yes,
no.
it's a yes. If it's a no, quick
okay.
explanation.
Okay.
Hell no.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's start with scenario 1. You only reset when you're overwhelmed, normal or a problem?
You only reset when you're overwhelmed. That's a problem.
Why?
Because you have to, as you were saying, you have to get to a baseline of just where you are in a steady fashion. If you have to constantly start over, that is a problem.
Fair. Oh,
Yeah.
I like that, bitch. Because why are you starting over again for the umpteenth time?
And I'm talking to
glad you're
myself.
doing it. But I'm glad you're doing
Girl,
it.
I'm looking at myself like, damn, Norbit?
Not Norbit. Don't do the Norbit.
Again?
Stop close. Okay, scenario 2. You have routines, but don't follow them consistently. Effective or performative?
Performative.
For sure. There's
It's
a lot of
fuck.
that going
It's
on.
a lot of that.
A lot of that.
It's a lot of that.
A lot of that.
You prioritize work over sleep regularly. Oh, and you're an entrepreneur, so I'm curious.
Necessary or damaging?
Ooh, necessarily damaged. Girl.
that entrepreneur life, it be sometimes,
And you know what? I'll say this really quickly. Like for me, I can shut down, but my mind won't. So I'm laying there and I'm just thinking about like what's next.
The next, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you got to wake up in an hour. I'll be doing that too. It's terrible.
You take time for yourself, but feel guilty. Healthy or misaligned?
Misaligned. But I do understand that, because if we are, especially as women, we're kind of, I don't want to say trained, but in a way we are to do for others.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it's time to do for ourselves, there is that guilt of, feeling selfish that we've done that, but we have to get out of that.
Yeah. And I feel like we have to always ask ourselves, what actually keeps me stable? And for me, it is time alone.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I am such an extrovert and then I'm professionally in an extroverted environment, people think that I'm always on. But being the true Libra that I am, I'm very balanced. And it's just as much as I pour in and put out, because I always want to add value to a space, I got to be at home shutting the fuck up and alone for like days at a time so that I could scrummage of enough.
For you.
And I always say, listen, what's in my cup is for me and what flows over is for everybody else. Because my 50% feels like someone else's 150. So I know I can show up and do the thing. But it's not about powering through. It's about staying true to myself. Even if nothing's wrong and I'm at 99%, well, guess what? I'm not at 100, so I don't want to go. Mm-hmm. So when I'm at 150, I keep my 100 and y'all get the 50.
Okay,
there
I
you
love
go.
that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Absolutely.
I need you, and you really are an extrovert. I'm an introvert.
Me too. I am.
When people see me outside, they be like, Jess, like,
is that you?
Outside. It's like,
whole time you can't even see. Am I outside?
I didn't even know you was there.
I thought I was there. Jazz, I would love to hear a closing reflection from you. I think you have dropped so many gems and you've given so much fruitful value to just routine and wellness. What is something you would love to leave the people with?
My goodness. May your yeses be yes and your no's be no's. Have a clear cutoff switch for what's best for you. I would say in that season the season that I'm coming out of, as you said, I've really had to take care of myself in a way that has felt selfish, but it was necessary for me. So I would say sometimes be in that selfish season.
There you go.
And just to bring it all back around, that is a part of your rituals.
Damn.
Sometimes that ritual is you being selfish.
There you go.
Yeah.
Self-care is not a luxury, it's necessary.
It is.
Like it is regular upkeep, inside and out.
Absolutely.
Inside and out.
Jazz, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
I love it.
I'm like, when you want to come
back? Come back. Make you a regular.
I
got
will.
room.
We got to stay on this journey with you.
I love this. Was phenomenal. And again, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you women. And keep up the amazing work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We receive it, honey.
Yes, absolutely.
We're closing out season 2.
We are closing out season 2.
Clink, 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 clink.
Oh.
Should we?
We definitely are. But before we do that.
Oh, look at me. I'm ready to drink. I'm like, okay. Should we drink?
We will.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in to season 2 of the Don't Piss Me Off podcast. Remember, if your life only works when you feel good, it is not built well. So stop pissing your damn self off, child. Get you a ritual that works for you. Yuri?
It may be the end of season 2, but this journey is not over. So continue to follow us. We are on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, you name it. You could find it, you could hear it, and we have more for you. So until you see us next time,
don't piss me off.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
So fun. As you
love it.
Clink, clink.